Dr. Duncan Watson. Do you have any idea how long I've been looking for you? How many of my soldiers I had to sacrifice just to find you, Doctor?
General Elias Gordon. Age hasn't changed you at all. Still preaching about sacrificing the few for the many.
This time, sacrificing just one person is enough for the greater good.
You. And what makes you think I'll ever work for you, General?
You will, Doctor. You will. Everyone has a breaking point. I know you have a child. You've been hiding in rat holes all these years just to protect him, haven't you? Once we find your child, you'll be begging to work for me.
My child? I suggest you double-check whoever is feeding you information, General, because your intel is wrong. You know as well as I do that in my line of work, there's no room for family or children. Good luck searching all of Louisville. Let's see how many more of your soldiers you're willing to sacrifice for this.
Every last one of them, if necessary, Doctor. Even myself. I will find that child, and when I do, I'll enjoy watching you do exactly what I demand. Enough talking. Put the doctor in the chopper and take him to the base. We might head back soon, too. I'll be in my tent coordinating the search teams. Don't disturb me unless it's urgent.
All right, General.
Gabriel still couldn't believe a room like this was in their house the whole time. The room was stocked with supplies, weapons, maps, armor, and electronic equipment. This wasn't just a basement. It was a control room. What was his dad doing here? Why did he hide it? Who was he communicating with using this radio? He always knew his father was a closed book, but Gabriel could never have imagined something like this. In his mind, every question came down to the same one. Why? Gabriel checked the electronics and only recognized the computer. His dad had explained it to him in a few lessons, and he had seen pictures in books. Inspecting every inch of it, he experimented until he finally managed to power it up. The TV monitor turned on, showing strange text and commands he couldn't understand. After spending a long time exploring its features, Gabriel finally gained access to several disk drives. The files were labeled with various dates. He clicked on the oldest one.
The 20th of July, 1993. The Knox Virus is spreading across the world faster than anyone expected. I barely got my son to this base. What am I supposed to do now, all alone with a 10-month-old baby? I'm terrified, but Gabriel and I will get through this together. He's a very special kid, and I will sacrifice everything to be a good father to him. I hope they won't find us here. I've taken every precaution for that. As long as I am alive, no one can hurt my son. Not even the Knox Virus.
Gabriel felt a lump in his throat. Reading the log made him feel his dad's presence for a moment. It felt like he hadn't seen him for years. He missed Duncan so deeply. Impatiently, he moved on to the next date.
May 5th, 1998. Gabriel is almost 6 now. I've already begun training him to survive in this changing world. His intelligence and instincts are far beyond my expectations. He grasps everything fast for his age and adapts right away. This makes me very happy because he is our future. He needs to be physically and mentally strong. Gabriel and those adapted like him are the ones who will build the new world. I haven't found any trace of the general or the army yet. I'll keep searching. I hope the wall stays hidden so I can focus on Gabriel's training.
A general? The army? Learning that people were hunting his death, Gabriel felt a knot tighten in his heart. With people out there searching for Duncan, who knew what kind of dangers his father was facing right now? Gabriel couldn't suppress the dark feeling inside. He desperately wanted to head out and search for his father, but he needed a solid lead to even begin. Realizing he had to act fast, Gabriel quickly moved on to the next note, praying for a clue.
December 25th, 2004. Today is Christmas. Even though I have no God or religious beliefs, I miss the beautiful Christmas nights my family gave me as a kid. I did my best to make this evening special for Gabriel, but I didn't tell him about Christmas. There's no room for religion in this new world. Nature has already begun to heal the earth. New trees, flowers, and plants are growing everywhere. Did so many people really have to die for the world to become this green again? What a waste. Gabriel is growing at an incredible pace. I'm proud of him. I don't believe in God, but he is a miracle. I've taken extra precautions at the base to keep him safe. For now, it seems we are secure here.
Gabriel solved the words religion and Christmas for the first time in his life. Apparently, there were things his dad didn't teach him. Gabriel remembered that night very well. His dad did something he had never done before and gave Gabriel a small gift. Not expecting this, Gabriel quickly opened the package and was surprised to see fabric attached to sticks. Smiling at him, his father said,
"This is a kite, Gabriel. It does something humanity never could. It flies like a bird. Tomorrow, after your training, I'll teach you how to fly it."
The next day, the training felt endless. Gabriel had never waited for anything so eagerly in his entire life. After training, seeing the kite glide through the sky, attached to the string his dad held, made him fall in love with it. Playing with his kite until nightfall and had the happiest day of his life. Overflowing with feelings he couldn't quite describe, Gabriel moved on to the final note.
October 13th, 2010. Today is Gabriel's birthday. My son has finally turned 18. I prepared a small cake for his birthday. For the first time, I let my guard down and got close to my son. To make his training perfect, I had to approach Gabriel not as a father, but always as a teacher. We're alone here, and there's no help. I can't be a dad and a teacher at the same time. Gabriel, I hope one day you will forgive me for this and realize I did it for your own good. Thank you so much for giving me this beautiful world. Without you, I couldn't have achieved any of this. I love you, son.
Gabriel sat in the chair, but his soul was broken. His lips trembled, yet no tears would come. He always knew an invisible wall existed between him and his father. No matter how badly he wanted to reach him, Duncan never allowed him to get close. So Duncan had sacrificed his very fatherhood just to give him perfect training. He wanted to leave a strong son standing in this dead world after he was gone. He had given up everything for his sake, and what had Gabriel done in return? Gabriel was about to lose control from sheer regret.
I wish I hadn't let my dad go. I wish I had stopped him, or at least gone with him. At least I could have followed him. But what did I do? I sat down quietly, like an obedient student, listening to his teacher. Damn it! I'm such an idiot.
Gabriel found 2 more encrypted disks he couldn't read. When he tried to decrypt them, the computer prompted him for a separate password. He tried every combination he could think of, even his mom's birthday, but failed. His hopeless heart was ready to explode like a volcano. He wanted to cry, but the dark weight on him froze his body. His muscles allowed him to do only one thing: smash everything to pieces. On the verge of tearing himself apart in rage, Gabriel noticed a map beside the computer. He had already checked all the maps on the other table, but hadn't found a single word or clue. Opening this map with no hope left, his tense body instantly relaxed. There were numbers on it, and the specific area of Louisville was circled. With a spark of hope rising inside him, Gabriel now knew what he had to do.
I will find you, Dad. Wherever you are, wherever you went, I will find you and bring you home. I promise.
Gabriel had seen his dad head to southwest. Of course, he might have changed direction later. Seeing beyond 30 meters in that storm was impossible. Gabriel decided to go south and southwest too. A month had passed since his dad left the wall. No tracks remained on the ground. Hoping to find a campsite his dad might have set up for the night, Gabriel decided to search a wide area. He hadn't slept after spending all night at the computer in the basement, but he was so focused on finding his father. For the first time in a long while, Gabriel felt good. There was no clear road ahead, but Gabriel knew he was finally on the right path. After walking a few hours, he saw a dark shape ahead among the trees. Approaching carefully, he realized it was a wall of tall iron fences. He looked in both directions, but the wall seemed endless. He followed it east, but it went on forever. Thinking his dad wouldn't go this way, he turned to west. The first time Gabriel left the wall, his dad said it was too early to go west. Thinking Duncan must have gone in this direction, Gabriel kept walking west. After walking west for a long time, Gabriel finally hit the end of the wall. But this time it curved north, going as far as he could see. That moment, a spark ignited in Gabriel's mind. This wall had been built by his father to protect the wall. Breathless, Gabriel now understood much better why his father had permitted him to step outside, reluctant as he was. Duncan was always one step ahead of him. It seemed impossible for the Walking Dead to damage or scale this tall wall. That was why there were almost no animals, making the forest feel strangely weird to Gabriel. So what was that walker doing in the woods the day he went outside? As the pieces slowly clicked together, Gabriel's blood ran cold. Duncan had been so utterly shocked when Gabriel met a walker in the forest.
Did you see any other zombies?
No, Dad. I only saw one and killed it.
Tell me the truth, Gabriel.
I am telling the truth, Dad.
My worst fear has come true.
Why was he that scared then? Duncan must have realized that a walker had breached the very iron fence around the wall. That meant a gap was opened, and his dad went to find it. But why wasn't he back? Finding and fixing a broken fence shouldn't take a month. Did something bad happen to Duncan? Gabriel's heart began to hammer in his chest. All the blood rushed to his head. After walking full speed toward the north for a long time, Gabriel finally found a trace of his father. Honestly, he didn't know whether to be happy or sad finding Duncan's ATV. He saw no gap in the iron wall, and since his dad left his vehicle here, Duncan went outside the fence. Ever since seeing the iron fence, Gabriel tried to fight the growing fear inside. His dad built this fence to protect the wall from outside dangers. Realizing he hadn't seen real danger despite killing two walkers, Gabriel jumped over the fence. He set off after his father, disappearing into the dense woods to the west.
Soul searching, fall apart, tunnel vision, hiding in the dark. Well, I ain't gonna holler before I really bleed. Salvation fix remedy. You said I never could change. I thought I never could change. They said I never could change. Damn right, never would. Leave the light on. Leave the light on. Just leave the light on. Yeah, leave the light on. If I'll ever change, been dreaming of Nashville, Tennessee, while the cold here in Sweden got the best of me. Well, haven't I got better things to think about than that? Like deadlines, rent's due, bills pile up, family day in, day out, the clock's mocking me, getting old, oh God, the kids deserve so much more than this, gotta get rich. You said I never could change. I thought I never could change. They said I never could change. Damn right, never would. Leave the light on. Leave the light on. Leave the light on. Just leave the light on. If I never change, if I never change, if I never change, if I never change, if I never change.
After walking west for a long time, Gabriel stopped to eat, unable to keep himself from falling into despair. It felt like searching for a single drop in the ocean without knowing how to swim. He walked for hours without seeing any sign of civilization, let alone Louisville. All he saw was green plants and dense trees. He didn't know where he was going, but left hidden, permanent marks along the way in case he had to turn back, silently thanking his father for this lesson. Gabriel rested briefly before pushing forward toward the west once more. Finally reaching a house by the road, Gabriel realized he had arrived at the step. Now he just had to find the needle his dad marked in this Louisville haystack. The house looked abandoned, wild plants overrunning it over the years, as if nature were slowly dissolving the structure itself. As he got close to the house, he saw a walker by the door. Wanting to end the walker's suffering, Gabriel heard a strange sound as he approached the house.
Mom, where are you? Why aren't you opening the door? Mom, please open the door!
Looking around in panic, Gabriel saw no one. The voice wasn't coming from outside, it was echoing right inside his head.
Look at my body. I'm rotting away everywhere. And Mom's still not back yet.
Gabriel turned pale with fear. Was it this walker that was speaking? Was that even possible? Or were these people not actually dead? With his entire world turned upside down, Gabriel decided to get closer to the walker. He had to be sure.
Who are you? Oh no, not again! Damn it, wait! Don't attack! He's going to kill us! Stop! Don't attack! Sir, please don't kill us! I'm not dead, I just can't control my body! It's like there's someone else inside me! Please, sir, hear me out!
About to lose his mind from horror, Gabriel didn't know what to do. The girl wasn't actually speaking, her lips weren't moving, yet Gabriel could hear her voice inside his head. Endless questions flooded his mind, suffocating him. Were these people truly not dead? Did his dad know they weren't dead? Why didn't he hear the other walkers in the forest? Why just this girl? Was Gabriel the only one hearing this, or could other survivors, especially his father, hear it too? Had he hidden this from him? Or was his sleepless mind playing tricks? I wish my dad were here. He would know what to do, he thought. Trying to clear his mind of unanswered questions, Gabriel decided to return to the forest for the night. Right now, he had neither the strength nor the mind to deal with another walker. Trying to pull himself together by the fire, Gabriel's mind was still stuck on the girl, both dead and alive. He was tired and needed sleep when he met the walker, yet he knew deep down that this was no trick played by his mind. If he wanted to find his dad, he had to face this too. Maybe worse was yet to come. He had to be ready for anything. But how could anyone prepare for this? Gabriel didn't yet know that preparing himself for what lay ahead would be impossible. He wasn't sleepy, but his body was crashing from total exhaustion. Trying to break free from the dark thoughts wrapping around his mind like a spider's web, Gabriel forced himself to sleep inside his sleeping bag. Hard as it was to fall asleep, Gabriel woke up feeling much better. Still in shock from yesterday, he tried to distract himself by planning his push into the city today. He needed a quick bite before hitting the road. The thick fog made him uneasy, but he couldn't wait for it to clear. He had to keep going. Without knowing how, he tried to mentally prepare himself to face the walkers, assuming these people were truly dead at all. Dead or alive, these people had been wandering the streets in agony for 20 years. Prisoners trapped in their own bodies. Their transformation must have become irreversible by now. How could a body this rotted ever be cured and brought back? He opened the map his dad marked and closely checked the buildings on the east side. If he recognized these buildings when he saw them, he'd know where he was and move toward the area Duncan marked. He still hadn't figured out what the numbers meant. Had his dad left a coded message on the map to show where he went? He hadn't heard the inner voices of these walkers. That was a good sign. Relieved, Gabriel couldn't hide his excitement seeing the massive building ahead. He had seen pictures of some grand historic landmarks, but seeing a structure like this with his own eyes was incredible. Curious to see what was inside, Gabriel couldn't stop himself and stepped closer to take a look. Gabriel barely made it out alive. And shaking, he reloaded his magazines. He was furious with himself for being so stupid. Seeing the building's courtyard empty, he had assumed there would only be a few walkers inside. Caught up in the building's misery, he had walked straight into a trap. This city was nothing like his dreams. Where was the vibrant city where he walked the streets and everyone smiled at him? This was a deadly graveyard overrun by walkers, wild plants eating away at the buildings. It was impossible to believe people once lived here, or that this city was ever alive. With his despair at its peak, Gabriel wandered Louisville's gloomy streets without a clue where to go, just hoping to spot a familiar building.
You try to burn me down, but my spirit just refined. Like a phoenix from the ash, find my strength from within. I am stronger than before. I know let it go.
Gabriel felt lost in a maze. The city was so foreign. He already missed the wide plains of the wall. He wondered how so many people could have lived in these narrow streets, inside these box-like houses back in the day. Louisville was shocking him with its past beauty and current horror. Opening Duncan's map, Gabriel closely checked the circled area. Paying close attention to the map's legends, he realized that the pink building inside the circle was a hospital. His dad was a former doctor, so heading to the hospital made sense. At Duncan gone there to find medicine? What did he need to medicine for? Was his dad sick and left the wall without a word just to hide it from him? With his mind again wrapped in a web of questions, Gabriel focused on getting some sleep to push away the creeping darkness. Lying in a bed belonging to strangers inside an unknown house, he gave in to sleep. Gabriel came across a building unlike any other, with cars out front and barbed wire walls all around. The white plants hadn't taken over, or someone was constantly keeping it clear.
Don't try anything stupid.
Please, sir, don't shoot. I mean no harm. I was just passing by.
I'm sure all those guns you're packing mean no harm either. Drop those peaceful weapons and step back 2 feet. What world are you from? You don't look like a survivor at all.
I was living with my father far from here, sir. He left one night, and I haven't heard from him in a long time. I thought he might be in this city, so I came here after him. Please believe me, I'm not looking for trouble.
We'll see about that. Now turn around and start walking. If I see even a single muscle in your shoulder twitch, you'll get a bullet through your brain.
All right, sir.
So, you live far away, huh? What's your name?
Gabriel Watson, sir. What is your name?
My name? Ah, right. I had a name, didn't I? The name's Gale. Gale Anderson.